Good afternoon, guys. Yes, I know it's like video central here today with me, but uh, things to pay attention to. For those of you living in central and southern Ohio, it's kind of hot, isn't it? It's here about quarter to 12, and I just looked at the weather in both Columbus and Cincinnati. It's 92 degrees. The heat index is over 100. Okay. And everybody's going to say, well, big deal, it's hotter here or anything. Sure, no problem. My only question is, has your electricity been out since yesterday afternoon? Columbus, American Electric Power, AEP, is the electric company in uh, Ohio. One of them, at least, the one that's going through this. They installed a intentional power outage yesterday to protect the power grid. I don't want to burn up the power grid. Too many people using air conditioning, whatever it is, can't have something like that happen. So we need to shut off the power to everybody while temperatures are up 100 degrees. This was everywhere. This was businesses. This was the mayor's house. This was hospitals. Granted, hospitals have backup generators to run on, but the hospitals there are not taking new patients because they don't have any electricity. So please don't have a heart attack. Don't get in a car accident right now because it's too hot out and we can't deal with this. The power grid. Okay? Now, this isn't an EMP. This isn't some foreign government taking out the grid or whatever. This is, gee, our infrastructure sucks so bad. Damn, didn't we just pass some multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure bill? What was done with that? Oh, I don't know, probably a couple of steak dinners, a couple of good bottles of Crevassier or something got consumed by politicians and lobbyists. I'm going to give you this. We're all supposed to get on the green energy bandwagon, right? Solar and wind are everything. This is what we need to do. Ohio cannot meet the power demands, right? In 100-degree temperature. It gets up to 100 degrees in the Midwest every summer. This isn't anything new. I want to give you this. This is how electricity is generated combined between all the different electric companies in Ohio. This is easily to look up, okay? And I'm just going to read this. This is from Star Energy Partners, and I will link this for you. Coal is a type of fossil fuel that generates almost 70% of the electricity used in the state of Ohio. Do I need to go any further? The war on coal, we can't have that. Okay, so there's 30% more, right? Natural gas is another type of fossil fuel responsible for a little over 15% of Ohio's electricity. Okay, so that means now we're at 85% of the electricity in Ohio is generated by either coal or natural gas. But we can't have those, right? Other sources. The remaining 15% of electricity is divided amongst petroleum, nuclear energy, hydropower, wind turbines, solar power, geothermal energy, and biomass energy. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things. So let's just say, to make math easy, 15%, 7 different things, 2% each. So that would be, in a rough guesstimate, 2% of the electricity in Ohio comes from wind, and 2% of the electricity comes from solar power. The other 96% is not renewable. So let's see. If they can't handle the electrical needs with coal, fossil fuel, with 100% of everything they use, they can't handle it with 100% of the resources they have. We're supposed to believe they can handle it with 4%. Power's been out for 24 hours in 100-degree temperatures. Okay? AEP expects to turn the power on tomorrow sometime. Let's just say, for example, that if we're only using 4%, it takes 25 times as long. Okay? Guys, you'll have your power on somewhere around, I don't know, the 5th or 6th of July. That'll be how long it take at 4% to generate enough power from wind and solar. This is insane. And this administration keeps on throwing this crap out there that by 2030 we're going to be completely electric and everything like that. Sure, you want to be completely electric? Let's look where 96% of the electricity in Ohio comes from. Okay? Unlike what AOC believes about food coming from grocery stores, electricity doesn't come from the electricity fairy. Okay? It's got to come from something, and solar and wind cannot do it. Y'all have bought solar generators and things like that, right? So have I. What are you buying them for? To run, hopefully, the bare bones necessities. That you could have a light, that you could run a fan, that you could keep the refrigerator running so your food doesn't rot. Think about all the electricity you use every day. The lights you turn on, the water heater, the internet, charging your phone, cooking your food, the refrigerator, etc., etc., etc. I don't care how many solar generators you have. We talk about those all the time. If you have a whole house solar system and you're completely off grid, congratulations. But you know what I'm talking about too. Come 9 o'clock at night in the summertime, 6 o'clock at night in the winter, it's dark because chances are you don't have enough electricity that's going to keep the whole house lit up, running, doing whatever in the dark. You may have some stored. Great, maybe you get through a day. It's a cloudy day, it's a rainy day. Tomorrow night it's dark in the house. This is what they don't get. People's lives are dealing with this. In 100-degree plus heat index, there's a lot of people that die. You look at how many times do we hear about cooling centers? Oh, go to the mall, go to this high school gym, whatever it would be. Get out of the heat, cool off. If your apartment doesn't have heat, if you're homeless, whatever it would be. Oh, I'm sorry. We're not doing that either. We're not cooling off those places. Watch the news the next couple of days and see how many heat deaths you have coming out of central and southern Ohio. Because we are foolishly sending money to Ukraine, approving money for infrastructure, and not doing anything with it. Our grid, our electrical grid, is held together with spit and fishing line. I mean, at this point, duct tape doesn't fix everything, but our grid cannot handle this. If we can't handle the heat in June, somebody explain to me what's going to happen in July and August, the hottest months of the year, when a lot of places are over 100 degrees, not heat index, temperature, for weeks on end. Sorry, we'll just let everybody die. Yeah. Pinball out.